Welcome to Go Gettas podcast with Common Society. I am Colby.
And I'm the man with the salami on his arm. You can call me Fee.
So I know where the reference is from, but why did you switch it to a salami?
Salami?
A salmani.
Sal from Storage Wars.
Salmani is how you pronounce it when you're from Italy. So
from Italy, I thought it was salminello.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a little bit of salmonani.
Hey, prosciutto. Because I like salami, and it's a funny word. That's why I changed it.
All right, you know what? That's fine. I think the first time that I was ever introduced to salami, the concept of salami, was an episode of Salute Your Shorts on Nickelodeon. I think a cool kid named Pinsky showed up, and he had salami. He was very cool, and I was like, "The fuck is salami? That looks like is that like a big hot dog?"
Nope. Salami. I guess uncut. It looks just like a link of sausage, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then it's kind of like pepperoni, right? Before you slice it.
Yeah.
Hold on, did you go live?
Yeah.
All right.
We're live.
Because are we? I'm just making sure.
I'm just having a stroke.
It just didn't show up on my screen.
Well, that's your
anyway.
problem.
That is my problem. Anyway, I like deli meat, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I like salami. I like roast beef, but it's got to have that melty cheese. But you can't eat so much of like deli meat, or else you get the gout.
That's true. I have a friend that has gout, and it was a long process to figure out what it was. But his lifestyle was basically just like beef and beer. A lot of both. And he said like the time at which it like got to like sort of its worst was he woke up one day and he was like, "Oh, I can't walk." And so he had to like crawl out of his apartment and like down the stairs. Like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Just army crawling down the stairs, just like, don't mind me, good old gout acting up.
Hey, it's fine. Hey, I don't know what's going on. My legs are being weird, but like, don't worry about it.
I'm going to the hospital right now. Don't worry. I'll steer with my ass and
I'm gonna
pedal
crawl
with my
over
hands. I'll Uber over. Have the guy throw me in the trunk.
I'm just gonna crawl down the highway. Don't worry about me.
Hey, it's all good. That's how your friend, the fucking the mobster.
Mm-hmm. Hey, forget about me. I'm gonna get on the highway. Hopefully somebody runs me over before I get there. Hey, I don't have no health insurance.
Hey, I'm walking.
Hey, I'm not walking here. Oh, that's the problem.
God damn it. I like deli meats, dude. Go to H-E-B, get a fresh cut deli slice, put them on my sandwiches, put me some like I don't want to say wet mozzarella, the moist the one that melts.
Mm-hmm.
Then you warm it up. Oh, what a goddamn sandwich,
man.
But you gotta like stack it up with meats. You can't just put one meat. If you're eating a deli sandwich like a grinder, you gotta put like a lot of meat. You gotta like layer it.
Well, that's the thing is like something like salami or pepperoni, or like Genoa sausage or whatever the fuck, like all of that, like it's so flavorful and it's so like overwhelming. You can't just make you can't have a pepperoni sandwich, just like a sandwich that's stacked an inch thick with pepperoni. You'll fucking die. It has to like that has to be like the feature presentation meat, like you're like I'm gonna put this like shitty ham or whatever on the bottom just to like give it some volume, and then I'll put the good meat on top. That way it's like nice tall sandwich.
You gotta put it on top of the melted cheese. So that way, like, you get
just
the
put
layer
in more
in
cheese.
bites.
Just fill it with cheese.
It's no meats, just a grilled cheese sub.
I was about to say, at what point is it a grilled cheese that you sprinkled some meat on?
Not even. Just go to Subway, get like an Italian herbs and cheese foot long, and put every kind of cheese on there, and then extra. So you got like the fresh mozzarella, which they got the thick little things. They put them down. Then they put the American, the pepper jack, the regular mozzarella, the sprinkled, and then do it again.
Yeah.
And
just take. And God, the dude at Subway would hate you if you were like, all right, put all the cheeses on there. And he gets done putting all the cheeses on there, and you go, great, do it again. No. I didn't say do it twice. I said do it again. I want to watch you slide the sandwich back to the beginning and slide it all the way back down and do it a second time.
And you know what? Do it one more time. I got a gift card.
You know what? You know what? Treat yourself. You know what I'm saying? Let's make this sandwich $30.
I absolutely don't want to have to take a dump for the next 5 days.
Yeah, I'm about to get on a plane. I really need a cork. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying.
You know, you've been on a plane, right? On your subway money. I went to Subway the other day, and they're so different now, right?
Yeah.
They don't have like just pick your meat or whatever. They have these combos, and you got to start from like a combo. Even if you're not following what the combo is, you start with the combo.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I want this, but you know what it says up there? I don't want any of that on there. Instead, I'm gonna make it all different. And they're just like,
I want the
okay,
same bread, but then I'm gonna change the rest of it.
Well, they need a base to like punch in because it's not the buttons anymore. Also, they started doing like this slice their own like fresh deli. I've never seen anyone use it. I've seen the slicer. I've never seen anyone do it.
Huh.
Then again, I don't live like at Subway. I go like once every 2 weeks.
I mean, that's fair. Subway is a sometimes food. I don't think I've ever. I mean, it's been years maybe since I've been since I've like craved Subway. You know, like
dude.
I think there was one time, and the reason why is like when I must have been 21. In
the good old days.
The summer that I was driving to Kingsville every day.
Summer of Subway, we called it.
Yeah, the summer of Subway. That's what it was, honestly. Because in Kingsville, near the campus, there was a Subway, and it was like pretty cheap to get. And at the beginning of the summer, I used to take Joey there, like to like I was his ride to Kingsville most days.
What, for school?
Yeah. And so one day he was just like, "Oh, my favorite sandwich from Subway is actually like a tuna melt." And I was like, "What is a tuna melt?" I've never heard of a tuna melt. And he's like, "Oh, it's just like a tuna fish sandwich, but then it's like you put it in the warmer, like you warm it up, and you put some like cheese and melt cheese on it." And I was like, "That sounds fucking disgusting." Like a hot tuna sandwich. And he was like, "Yeah, you should try it sometime." And I was like, what am I doing? So
I'm not doing anything exciting.
I go to Subway that day, and I get myself, I'm like, yeah, put tuna, and then make hot.
And then put hot on it.
Put sprinkle some hot on it, and then I want you to put some red onions, because I like red onions, and then I want you to put some cheese, American cheese. And they were like, okay. And they gave it to me, and I was like, here I go with my hot fish sandwich. This is gonna ruin my whole lunch. I'll be damned if that's not what I order at Subway every time now, because it's so good. So I'm like, give me that hot fish. You know what I want.
I remember whenever we went to Subway all the time when we were younger, you would always just get a tuna melt, and I just thought it was gross. Back then I wasn't a fan of tuna. Like, I can eat tuna now. And a tuna melt too, because my mom gets tuna melt. And I could eat it. It's fine. It's just back then tuna smelled gross and looked gross. I mean, it still does.
It still does. Is the thing. Tuna is one of those things like eggs, where like somebody cooks eggs. The same thing. This happens with like broccoli in our house. Like my wife will like microwave some broccoli for our son, and I'm like, ew. Oh, why does it smell like disgusting farts down here? And my wife's like, oh, I just made some broccoli. I'm like, oh yeah, that would fucking do it, wouldn't it? Christ.
Your wife's just farting down there, blaming all the broccoli.
Yeah. Just farting on the broccoli, making it taste better somehow.
Colby, taste this. They say, and you're just like, oh, that's disgusting. Like, it's because I heated it up with my ass. Just
Okay. Now I'm in.
It's time for me to leave. It's time for a divorce.
Hey, hello.
If I don't know. I'm sure you wouldn't, but like if your wife heated you anything with just their farts alone, would that be enough for you to like question your marriage?
Yeah.
And they didn't tell you until like you're eating it.
Oh, if they didn't tell me until I was eating it, that is grounds for divorce immediately. Like, that's one of those things where like that's a practical joke. And see, if like you or Mike do a practical joke to me, that's fine. Like, we have that kind of relationship where that's okay. If Mike was like, I farted on your sandwich, I'd be like, oh God, this is disgusting. And it depends.
Still gotta eat it though.
It would depend on how gross it was. Like, if it was real bad, like, obviously I'm not eating it anymore, and I'm like, fuck you. But if my wife is like, yeah, the sandwich you ate half of, I farted on it like a lot, I'd be like, wow. Tell me how it feels to have been living as a single parent for the past 20 minutes, because, like, that's how it's going to be for the rest of your life, too. Great. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
They're like, ask me how I put the grill marks on there. That was a tough one. I'm sorry if they're listening. I don't want them to be the butt of this joke.
They're currently, oh, look at you. They're currently downstairs watching a documentary on the Duggars, so we're good.
I imagine you'll tell them later. I'm gonna get like a text at 2 a.m. I'll be like, Fee, what the fuck?
Hey, why did you say these things?
I do not fart on my husband's sandwich.
Why would you tell people that? They're gonna believe you.
I use my son for that. Just holds him over the food. Just
God,
like a jet.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I would never do that. I don't know if I farted on someone's food. I know Mike has farted on some of our food.
Because I saw him do it and I thought it was so funny.
It was funny, but I can't do that. I couldn't do that myself. I've farted on my cat. I've farted like on my pets.
And listen, the reason why I can't fart on food, sometimes poop comes out, and it's like, here's the thing, it's not like a 0.02% chance, it's like a 10% chance that poop comes out. So like, I really can't be playing that game, you know what I mean?
I can, because like I feel it, like I could feel it in me. I know when the fart I know when it's poop and when it's not. But I say I fart on the animals because, like, if I'm chilling, like, in my room, I'm laying down, and, like, they're, like, laying with me. The dogs, they like to lay under the blankets when you're, like, taking a nap or whatever, and the cat likes to lay on top of me.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, I'm not gonna be like, hey, guys, watch out, I gotta fart. I'm not gonna warn them. They're just gonna get it. They're, like, they chose to be in the danger zone.
I mean, I think that's fair. Like, this doesn't seem cruel. This just seems like a fact of life. Like, hey, you're under the sheets. Things are just going to happen down there. And that's fine.
That sounds insidious. Don't say it like that. Things are going to happen. Who knows what they are?
Things are going to happen. Listen, sometimes a fluid will just come out of me. I'm not sure what it is yet, but it does.
No, I don't want people to hear us say that. They're gonna fucking be like, "Oh, you're like Shane Dawson who fucks cats."
Oh yeah, God, yeah, you're right. If this podcast ever gets big, they're gonna come back and they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, listen, episode 125, like right at the beginning, they're just talking about like, putting fluids on their cats. It's disgusting.
It's so gross. I've never done that. I think the only fluid I've ever put on my pets is water on accident. I mean, of course, showering, but like
you never sneezed on a cat on accident?
Yeah, I've sneezed on my cat because
so there you go. You spit on your cat before. Why are you doing? Okay. Why are you spit on your cat like that?
So like I'm laying down and I didn't know where the cat was, and I turned my head to sneeze, and like lo and behold, like she was there at the head of my bed, and I was like, oh fuck, and like I sneezed, and she just looked at me like just disgusted. She was like the fuck?
Why?
she was like upset. I'm like, hey, fucking, no one told you to be there.
Yeah, this is honestly on you right now.
I'm like, well, you should have warned me. I would have turned the other way. But anyway, enough of this rigmarole. Let's go. Do you want to talk about the game? You want to talk about some anime?
You know what? Let's do anime first. Let's get it out of the way, because we got the Crunchyroll Anime Awards 2024 happened, and first of all, I've just got to say, Megan Thee Stallion was the host.
She was just like Bucciarati.
She was dressed just like Bucciarati. It was so good.
I didn't see it. Did you see it?
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know
saw her dress.
Today.
Yes, I did.
Oh, I saw her dress. I saw the outfit, but I meant, did you see the awards?
Oh no, I have things to do with my life.
That's fair. Me too.
I've been watching award shows.
I've been so engrossed in Final Fantasy. We'll talk about that later, but we're going to talk about anime right now.
Yeah, here's the thing, and here's the thing that I don't think people realize is that, like, if you don't watch the thing live, you still can find out what the results are afterward, because I don't, like, it seems like no one knows that. Like, why would you watch it live then? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, if something happened during an award show, like a fucking a clothing malfunction or anything that happened on accident, you could see it like uncut somewhere.
Yeah.
Twitter immediately.
Yeah, I would also say, like, this goes for the Super Bowl. Like, you're like, oh man, I get, like, watching sports is like kind of a fun thing, you know, like, who knows what's going to happen? It's like a live event. Commercials are kind of fun. Cool. Yeah. It makes sense. But an award show to me is like, there's a lot of anticipation and a lot of like pageantry for, I think, my least favorite thing. You know what I mean? Like, the Game Awards at the very least is like, here's some trailers for some new games. Like, all right, well, I have to sit through the awards to get to this part. But like, the cringiest part of the Game Awards is like, here's Al Pacino, who's going to come out and present like best action game. And he's like, hey, somebody paid me $60 to come up here. My grandkids thought it would be real good. Here I am. Did Mario win? I don't know how to pronounce this name. It's like, I can't, man. I can't stop it.
It's oh god, it is so cringe. Why Al Pacino? I forgot he did that. Why are the Game Awards still going on? Stop that. Just don't even have a big fucking show. Just have what's his name? The dude.
Jeff Keighley.
Yeah, Jeff Keighley. Just have him in a room with a green screen announcing winners.
Or like because again, the trailers is like the big thing. I think what you got to do is you got to put Jeff Keighley in there, right? And it's just him in his house, and he's on a couch, and he's like, hey, so looks like we got a trailer for a new God of War. I watched it and it looks pretty good. Do you want to watch it? If so, donate $10 right now.
Oh my god, fuck that. I literally don't watch anything. I just watch trailers if they come out. Like after, because as it's going on, I could just refresh YouTube until the trailers come up. I don't want to see that cringe shit.
Yeah, it's rough, I'll say, because like I've watched a couple of times because I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna get Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. We're gonna get like, you know, this thing that's gonna come out, and I'm like, when's it coming?
No, I am not. I'm not. Even with the anime awards, I love anime. I
Mm-hmm.
would not. Megan the Stallion was the most random person they could have chose.
Mm.
Is she even like a big anime
She's a
fan?
huge anime fan, actually. She's like a wildly huge anime fan. A lot of her stuff, like she's done a bunch of cosplays. She references anime pretty often. Like she's actually probably the best, most famous anime fan choice they could have chosen.
That's great and all. It's just a shame that like no one who watches anime. I'm gonna go on a limb say I feel that they would never. They don't know anything about Megan Thee Stallion.
You know, you're probably right. However, let me hit you with this one. What if they
All right.
picked Megan the Stallion because they're like, wow, a lot of people know Megan the Stallion.
They know her by name. They don't know her by occupation. By the way,
And then they're going to come in, right? These
Colby.
people that are not anime fans, they're going to come in and they're going to be like, wow, Megan the
Colby.
Stallion really likes Inuyasha. Oh, what the fuck is happening over at your house?
I don't know if you heard it, but I farted into my mic.
Why?
Because we were talking about farting earlier. I was
Well,
cooking one up.
I'm really glad that you get to deal with that and not me.
Oh, okay, yeah. I've been farting all day, but I just thought you should hear this one. I hope it came out on the recording.
It may have, but your mouth is now like near it, so like that's cool.
It's okay. I'll shower in a little bit and brush my teeth.
I'm okay with having farts in my mouth. It's fine.
I love it.
So yeah,
yeah,
the anime awards happened, and we've got the winners. And boy, are we going to go through them.
All right. Well, at the very top of the list is anime of the year.
Mm-hmm. So this was between, and there were a number of really good animes this year. This was between.
Last year.
Last year. This was 2023. And this was up until the winter season. So this doesn't include. This doesn't include the second half, I think, of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. It just includes the first half.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because the nominees were Bocchi the Rock, Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, the Swordsmith Village Arc, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Oshinoko, and Vinland Saga Season 2.
Yeah. I've seen two of these animes. I've seen JJK Season 1, and I've seen Demon Slayer Season 1 and the movie. Man, I wish we would have last week. I wish we would have got the list and like made fucking nominee guesses.
Made some predictions? Yeah.
Made some predictions.
That would have been a good idea. But here we are.
I was. It's okay. I probably would have said JJK because of how big it is.
I would have said Chainsaw Man. Spoiler alert, I'm a really big Chainsaw Man fan. So like I would have just picked Chainsaw Man.
Me too. I was on the edge of Chainsaw Man. I would have even said Bocchi the Rock. That sounds good. But I know personally how big JJK is.
Yeah.
Not even with anime fans, but for fucking casuals as well.
Yeah, it is one of those shows, and I feel like an elder anime person now. Like I feel like the older people in the anime club that I ran in college. I feel like one of them now because they're like, oh yeah, we've got this great '80s anime, and like some of this like new stuff. It's like I don't really know why Bleach is good. And here I am like, yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen is like fine, like the animation is fine, but like everything about the story is just like bullshit. Nothing power scaling makes no sense, and it's dumb. It's really mid, and people that are younger are like, this is the fucking best.
Dude, and that's so funny because a lot of people also say what you say, that it's just power scaling bullshit. Mm-hmm. But like it's also interlaced with like some of the coolest fight scenes.
Yes, that's what makes it like a really good anime. I would never read the manga. I would never read the manga ever.
And that's so funny because like I liked season 1 and I like the characters, but I can't pull myself to watch season 2 of the movie, and I don't know why.
Dude, here's the thing. I thought like season 1, I was like, this is like a B plus, pretty good anime. And then we had nothing else to watch and decided to watch Jujutsu Kaisen 0, and it's really good. It's like an A minus. I liked it, and then Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 came out, and we just decided, fuck it, we're gonna start watching it, and we watched the entire season. And at no point was I like, oh man, this anime's the shit. I was like, yeah, it's pretty good. It's like an A minus, and at times it got to like A plus, where I was like, god damn, you could feel the blood of Mappa animators' fingers in a bunch of these episodes, like where like they're just down in the salt animation mines, just really getting that good stuff out, because it's god. They changed styles for so many different parts of the last, like, I would say like 6 or 8 episodes of the second part of season 2. So much so that like the Shibuya, like it's about the Shibuya arc, which like has been foreshadowed, right? Yeah. So it's like, obviously it's got to be kick ass. And so the Shibuya arc gets its setup started. Once that setup is done, every episode is like, oh, you want a Jujutsu Kaisen movie? Here you go. Here's one. Here's another one, and another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. You're like, what? When is it gonna fucking stop?
Spoilers. JJK season 2 did win Anime of the Year.
It did. Which fair. Again, I feel like this is one of those things like last year, whenever it's like, oh, did Attack on Titan win again? Yeah, of course it fucking did. Yeah, it feels like one of those things.
But Attack on Titan was actually like compelling to watch.
Mm-hmm.
So I take that as you will. JJK is a very good anime. It's a very good shonen anime. I just, for whatever reason, I can't bring myself to watch it.
Yeah.
But let's go to the next best continuing anime series.
Yeah, which this one's really interesting because I'm going to read you all of the nominees. And one of these things is not like the other, because there's Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, Spy Family, Vinland Saga, and One Piece, the show that's been on since 1964.
Well, I mean, it is continuing.
It's the most continuing, I think, that you could possibly be.
I would say One Piece is the definition of this nomination.
I think so too. And this is who I would have picked as well, which is fortunate because they're the ones who won.
Yeah, they won. I would have picked it One Piece as well. And honestly, like, who else could it have been? It's last year we're like deep in the Wano arc.
Yeah.
Of course it was going to win.
Last year was Gear 5th. It was the end of Wano. It was like, you couldn't, the whole world was set on fire by Luffy's dumbass Gear 5th. It was great. I don't think you can find another like long running anime that is still relatively relevant. Bleach maybe could have been on this list. I'm not sure if Thousand Year Blood War is like here or not anywhere.
I don't know. Are they including anime from like?
Yes, it turns out that they are. Yep.
Okay, because I was like that premiered on Hulu, not Crunchy.
Oh yeah, so, this is all anime.
Okay. Listen, Attack on Titan, it was really good, but like just 1 hour specials, like for a whole like once a year, like fuck, continuing my ass. That's the opposite of continuing.
Yeah, like I did not appreciate how Attack on Titan finished. Like as far as the format, like the actual story, I'm fine with. I like the ending of Attack on Titan, but the format of like final season part 1, final season part 2, final season, the final chapters, special number 1, special number 2. It's like,
oh my god, yeah.
Fucking please, dude.
The special, like they must have been doing like 5 minutes a day for the specials because it took so fucking long.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not to say it didn't look good. It's just, God, why did it take so long?
Well, I mean, I would have been fine with it taking really long, but just like stop drip feeding it then. Just be like, hey, we're working on the end of Attack on Titan. Here's the final season. The last 2 things are going to be 2 movies. And don't call it fucking Attack on Titan final season, the final chapter special 1. Like, that's the worst fucking title. That's actually, I'm going to admit it, that's worse than Xbox One Series S. It's worse.
Attack on Titan final season, the final chapter special 1, 2, and 3.
Mm-hmm.
God, there's too many finals in that title.
This time for real.
this time for keeps.
Final.
I didn't watch Demon Slayer. I'm sure it was fine. Spy Family. That was a really good show, but it deserves to be here on just comedy alone. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't like, it didn't keep you on like your toes for watching it. So
yeah, and I don't know.
I didn't.
Whenever I think of continuing anime, I don't think of things that are on season 2. I think of things that are on season 5. You know, like Demon Slayer meets the criteria. None of the other things aside from Attack on Titan meet the criteria. Except for
JJK does, since they released a season in halves and the movies in between.
Yeah, I guess if you want to be really generous to JJK, then you have 4 half seasons in a movie, which is 2 seasons.
Honestly, I think they just put some of these in here for filler because they didn't know what else to put. They're like, listen, it's gonna be One Piece. We just gotta fill up the slots.
Yeah, I'm wondering, because the thing is, I'm sure that like real hardcore anime fans are like, no, Gintama's still going. No, Detective Conan's still going. That would have been a good nomination or whatever.
Gintama already finished.
I wouldn't know.
Like Gintama finished, but Detective Conan is still going. I don't think they're gonna make him a teen again, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's just gonna be a kid forever. There's not gonna be one final chapter where he gets the fucking cure to be a teen. And I looked this up. No one there's like a few, like the doctor and like a few people know who he is. Mm-hmm. No one knows he's fucking what's his name? His real name. They don't know who he is. They just still think
Detective
he's a kid.
Conan.
Well, no, he named himself Detective Conan. Detective Conan Edogawa, but like his real name, like who he was.
His real name, Jimmy Smits.
Jimmy solve him.
Yeah, Jimmy solves a crime.
That's his name. Honestly, like there's movies and there's spin-offs of that. No one's gonna know who he is.
Yeah,
and he's been in crossovers with Lupin the Third.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, when you think about a continuing series, it can't just be long, but it has to also have been like remarkable for some reason in this year. And yeah, One Piece fits that bill, right? Like, you have the ending of an arc, you have like a new big hyped up power up, like, yeah, that.
Well, it wasn't just the ending of the arc. It was like the whole raid on fucking Kaido's, what was it?
Onigashima?
Onigashima. And then everything that goes along with it. So like this nominee was like made for One Piece.
Yeah.
The next one is Best New Anime Series.
Yeah. There's some good contenders in here. Bulgy the Rock.
Yeah.
Chainsaw Man, Heavenly Delusion, which I've heard good things about. Hell's Paradise, I also hear good things about this. Oshinoko, which is the idol anime that's about the idol industry, and Zom 100.
Oh, I love that show.
Yeah, it's really good. To me, it got kind of boring pretty quickly, though, which is unfortunate.
Dude, Zom 100, it finished great. I don't think it got boring. Like, I watched the whole thing through. I just thought it was weird that they released, like, 7 episodes and then, like, 4 last episodes.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, it was, like, really weird. But if I was to choose one, it would have been between Bocchi the Rock and Chainsaw Man.
Mm-hmm.
I probably would have went with Chainsaw Man, and Chainsaw Man won, but just because like I was deep in that show, like we were both deep in that show.
Yeah, Chainsaw Man was Chainsaw Man. I feel like did everything that it should. So like I've read the manga, and in particular,
it gets really weird later.
Oh yeah, it does. I'm so excited for a season 2 because there's one particular character, this is Halloween, that I want to see what happens with her, because her whole thing is insane, and I'm so pumped. I think they're actually doing the next arc as like a movie real quick, and then they're going to do
Awesome.
a new season.
I'd watch that.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I think that's all. Like, I don't know what Heavenly Delusion is. I've only seen the cover of Hell's Paradise. Don't know what it is. Oshinoko is fine. I think an idol anime was not gonna win best new anime series, only for the fact that like idol anime are like a dime a dozen. Well, Shonen is too, but like Chainsaw Man was like significantly different. Like it flipped the script.
Yeah, the thing is that's the same thing with Oshinoko. Oshinoko is an idol anime, but it's about the industry, and it's about like the seedy sort of like reality of like how hard it is and how shitty it is.
Yeah. Well, I can see like idol anime fans like really liking that, and like old fucking old heads like watching that. I could see it not getting popular just because I could see like a lot of kids and a lot of like normies didn't watch it, so of course they weren't gonna vote for it.
Man, that's fair.
So, Zom 100 had a good chance of being there only because it was more widespread. Not only it came out on Netflix first, and then it came to Crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see that almost like winning. But Bocchi the Rock had. I could also see that being obscure, like an underdog, because like it was a really good show. I didn't watch it until like it was already like 9 episodes out, and I watched the whole thing one night, and then I kept up with it every week. It's a really good anime, but it's another genre that a lot of people don't watch. Music.
Yeah, music.
It's
kind
also
of slice of life.
Comedy.
Yeah, comedy.
Slice of life and comedy. Cute girls doing cute things.
It's like K-On! But better.
Yeah, way better. And the main character is very funny. I think it's just people didn't watch it for just that alone, for like music.
Yeah,
so.
Makes sense to me. The next category I don't have anything to say about because it's best anime film, and I've seen none of them.
Yeah, I've seen none of them. So I'm just gonna say the winner was Suzumi. I did see the trailer for that. Oh my god, it's the chair anime.
Yeah,
it's where the guy turns into a chair.
Yeah.
I wanted to watch that. Oh my god. Okay, well, if it won best film of the year, I gotta watch it.
Yeah, you gotta get up in there.
The fucking chair anime. It's so. I was looking at the picture and I see her holding a chair. I'm like, I know what this is.
You were like, hey, why does that? Oh.
God. Best original anime, and I think, not adapted from a manga, right?
Yeah.
Akiba Maid War. Never seen it. Never heard of it. Birdie Wing Golf Story, Girls Story Season 2. I heard that's really good. Buddy Daddies. Do It Yourself.
Buddy Daddies is good.
I've seen up until episode 10, and then I just dropped it.
Do It Yourself looks really good as far as vibes are.
It was really good. It was the vibe, dude. I watched the whole thing.
Nice.
The main character was annoying, though. A little bit. Then Mobile Suit Gundam The Witch from Mercury. Everyone liked that.
Yeah.
And The Marginal Service. Never heard of that.
The Marginal Service. I opened it. This looks like the worst shonen anime I've ever seen.
Oh my god, it looks like knockoff My Hero Academia.
Yeah, it looks like bad Fire Force. Oh wait, Fire Force is bad. Never mind.
It looks like worse Fire Force.
I'm honestly surprised that Witch from Mercury didn't take this one.
Yeah, I am very surprised. Because like everyone was talking about it.
Yeah. But you know, you put
Buddy
together
Daddies,
2 friends and have a cute daughter, make it like Spy Family, but more.
It's okay. So I know the plot of this, and it's Wish Spy Family. It's like Hey, can we get Spy Family? No, we have Spy Family at home. That's this.
That's Buddy Daddies.
So like it's just these two assassins, and the first episode, the blonde guy dressed like Santa going to kill a guy, and I guess the guy he's gonna kill, that little girl, is his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
But surprise, surprise, the blonde guy and the guy he's gonna kill look exactly alike. So the daughter thinks that guy is her dad. So he, I guess, adopts her, to his partner's chagrin,
Mm-hmm.
and then he just has to juggle being an adopted dad and being an assassin.
Yeah.
And the little girl is annoying beyond. I mean, she's good. It's good because she acts like a kid. She's just like a kid, but she is annoying. Where Anya from Spy Family is charming and like a scamp and like can be annoying. This girl is just annoying.
Yeah. I hear she's just like a real toddler, which is great because I have experience with those now.
And I don't want to watch that. And I didn't find the characters really interesting, and the story
fair.
wasn't really interesting. But I mean, if it was good enough for people to like it, then fuck, that's great.
Great.
I
Love
still
that.
Mobile Witch from Mercury should have won. I'm just saying.
Yeah, me too. Here's one that I'm going to be pretty mad about is Best Animation. Nominees: Attack on Titan, Final Season, Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, Mob Psycho 100, and Trigun Stampede.
Ooh, okay. So I feel like you would have chosen Chainsaw Man, right?
No. No, I actually wouldn't have.
Would it have been JJK?
If they would have included the second part of this season, which it's not, as far as I know, then yes, it would have been JJK.
I probably would have picked Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan's
because
animation was fine.
It was top notch, the last fucking specials.
I would have gone with an outside pick just based on the clips that I saw. No. Mob Psycho, I think Mob Psycho had incredible animation for about 20 minutes of the last season. And like it's justifiably so. Like it really, really did a great job. Did a lot of heavy lifting. But Trigun Stampede, just for the way that it looks and the way that it, like how fluid it is and like the facial animations, it's different enough that I'm like, that should be awarded something. And this is probably the best category for that.
You watched it. I mean, you've seen clips. I watched it. It didn't look great for 20 minutes per epised.
It didn't look great for 20 minutes. It looked great for 19 for the whole show. That's it.
I didn't like the opening theme song to that show. I didn't like the story they went, which everyone's like, they're following the manga. Fuck. I don't care. I didn't like the way Vash acted in the show. I'm glad they opened up the story, but man, it was such a snooze fest, and you see Vash just fucking sulking through the whole show. It was a downer.
But the animation, though.
No, it wasn't that good. No, fuck no, it wasn't.
So who would you have picked for this one?
I've only seen Chainsaw Man. I probably would have chosen Demon Slayer because I've from the season I saw season 1 and the movie, the animation was fucking top notch, dude. Especially in the fight scenes with all like the fucking rotoscoping and the fire and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Demon Slayer won, by the way. I would have chosen Demon Slayer just on that fact alone of what I've seen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Demon Slayer, I thought, based off of the things that we're limiting it to, is a pretty strong contender. I would have chosen Chainsaw Man over it, but that's fine. Like, the thing is, against the things that it's going up against, I think it's toward the top of the pack. If you compare this, like this Demon Slayer arc with previous Demon Slayer arcs, it's the weakest of all of them. I think it has the worst animation of the whole show. And so I'm like, yeah, I guess it's fine, but like, yeah, in context of like the rest of it, I'm like, yeah, no, it did kick more ass than them, which is good.
Okay. We have the next category, best character design.
Yes.
And I think they're wrong.
I think they're wrong too.
The winner was JJK.
Yeah.
And I think they're wrong. Gojo's a great character, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But Chainsaw Man had such fucking good character designs.
There's so many good characters, so many good character designs. The designs of the devils are great. And I imagine that like what they're going for here with Jujutsu Kaisen is they're like, oh yeah, the for the hidden inventory bit, you know, you've got like all these, you know, monsters, and you've like you got a bunch of different shit hanging around. Like you got these curses and they're like there's bees or whatever. I don't know.
Bees.
I think they're talking about like the monsters that are in it, right? But like, dog, fucking Chainsaw Man has that too, and they're better. Who the fuck voted for this?
Dude, fucking what's his name? Not Shinji. Is it Shinji, the Chainsaw Man?
No, Denji.
That's Denji's fucking character design is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Chainsaw Pochita is so good.
Mm-hmm.
When Chainsaw Man fights Sword Man and he gets his ass handed to him, it's such a good fight with better design than like things I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, it's so good. Like I can't believe it.
Yeah, I really can't believe it. I would have been wrong on this one, but man, JJ, I don't know. Jujutsu Kaisen, we already talked about it. I don't want to keep harping on it.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Oshinoko that I've seen. Trigun Stampede, the best thing I could say about it is Vash's coat looked pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. I didn't like any of the enemy designs. I didn't like anything about it.
You know what? I'm right there with you.
Best director.
That's enough about that one. Chainsaw Man should have won. That's just it.
Chainsaw Man should have won. Next category is best director. Shoulda Goshizono, Jujutsu Kaisen 2. I don't know what to say because like I don't know anything about what a director does for anime.
I don't either. Like director, cinematography, art direction, all of those could be the same shit. I don't know. And like there's different winners. So like Jujutsu Kaisen won 2 of them, and Demon Slayer won one of them. So I don't know. Yeah. It's fine.
Oh my god. Okay, so
tell me about Romance Anime Fee, because I didn't watch any of these. Please help.
Oh my god. What would I have chosen?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my, I've seen. Okay, so I didn't watch. Did I watch Horimiya? I feel like I did watch Horimiya. Let's see. Let me just bring it up real quick.
No, let me hold on.
I did not watch this. But I probably would have. I probably could have. I just probably missed it.
Mm-hmm.
Did I watch? I feel like I've seen it. I don't remember anything about it. My Love Story, Yamada-kun at level 999. That's a really good show. Really good show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it could have won. Skip and Loafer, though. Oh, man. This show. I watched this show as it was coming out. I would have picked Skip and Loafer because this show is so good. Tomo-chan's The Girl is also very good. It would have been a match between Skip and Loafer and Tomo-chan. Tomo-chan's The Girl is about a tall tomboy girl who like is friends with her childhood friend. They're neighbors, and she's like really strong, and she wants him to see her as a proper woman because she wants to date him, but she doesn't know how to act like a girl,
mm-hmm.
and she doesn't know how to like go about doing it. And so she like tries to get friends to help her be more girly. It's so good. It's such a good show.
Yeah.
Skip and Loafer though is about a girl who comes from, I think, Osaka. She comes from like the farmland. She moves to like the city. and she's like very down to earth, and she's trying to like equate stuff to how she like lived and how her friends like acted. And she meets this guy, and then like the animation's really good. Actually, I think that show made me cry. Skip and Loafer. It's such a good show. I'd recommend it for everyone. Like, man, I haven't seen it since it came out. I might just watch it over again because it's so good.
I hear Insomniacs After School is actually pretty good too. Skip and Loafer and Insomniacs After School are the two that I hear the most about.
Insomniacs I've never seen this, so I'd have to watch it. I'm big into romance, like rom-coms, romance, and that's why like seeing some of these that I haven't seen. My Happy Marriage, that sounds familiar.
My Happy Marriage, yeah, that's about I don't know.
I don't know what that is. Honestly,
I don't know.
I haven't. The first three, I haven't seen. The last three, all really good. Skip and Loafer should have won though.
That was gonna be my call as well. You should watch Insomniacs After School and tell me how it is.
I will. I don't think I'm watching. I'm watching all the winter anime that is coming out right now, but I can input some stuff. You know, I got time.
All right, you ready to move on to the next crime?
Best comedy. Crime. Oh, hold on. Oh my god, yeah, okay, never mind. You're right. You are right. I was gonna be like, this show's fine. The winner, of course, is Spy Family season 1, the latter half of season 1. That would have been fine. I saw the picture, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. But then I see the nominees, and I'm like, no, never mind. Yeah. It is a crime.
Yeah, it's a Spy crime. Family was up against I would argue 3 shows that I've watched that I think is funnier. It was up against Mashal. It was up against Bocchi the Rock. It was up against Zom 100. It was up against Buddy Daddies, and a show that I've also never heard of.
Urusei Yatsura. It's a remake of a show from the 80s.
Yeah, which I would have rubbed me the wrong way. So, it
was fine.
Mashal is great.
Mashal should have won.
I know Bocchi is good, so
yeah, Bocchi's really funny.
I would have accepted that too.
I would have accepted that if Mashal wasn't on the list, but Mashal's on the list, and it's a crime that he didn't fucking win.
Yeah,
I'm upset. Like I see good. Bocchi's good. Zom 100 is good. Spy Family is good. But the minute they put Mashal on the list is the minute it should have been Mashal. Right?
Yeah, honestly.
Like, Mashal is Harry Potter meets One Punch Man in the best way.
Yeah, and it's still doing it. Like, season 2's coming out, still doing it. Still good.
If there's no other comedies this year, season 2 better win anime best comedy 2024. I'm gonna call it right now. Like, right? Season 2 is so good.
All right.
I might change my mind. I watch a lot of anime. It just depends on what other comedies are out. But Mashal's like so funny. When I watch it at full attention. Because everything is hilarious. Mashal himself is so fucking good.
Yeah.
God, that's all I have to say. Fucking Spy Family's great. It's not funnier than Mashal.
No. Yeah. Mashal got robbed. Bocchi got robbed. if Bocchi would have won, I would have been like, yeah, it's fine. Yeah. I'm angry. I'm angry at this.
Yeah, I'm angry at that.
Terrible.
There's that. You know why Spy Family won? Bunch of fucking casuals picked it.
Yeah, I'm like, I know that I know that like they ask specific people to be on the judge panel for this, and I'm just wondering, like,
they probably never even seen Mashal or Bocchi,
or they were like, I don't know, Spy Family just gives me like the warm fuzzies, and it hasn't won enough. Which, like, to be fair, for things like cinematography. If I go up to the cinematography, I would have been like, I would have been like, Chainsaw Man hasn't won enough. I'm gonna put Chainsaw Man
here. That's fair. I probably would have chose Spy Family not even for opening if Chainsaw Man was there. God, Spy Family's good, but like if they're up against like really heavy hitters, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Let the best action JJK.
Which is
I feel like
unfortunate. Yeah.
I think every big thing, like the action, of course, is going to be JJK, even though Chainsaw Man's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Even One Piece. Oh my God, I One Piece for all this.
Yeah, One Piece did a really good job this season.
They were robbed. Dude, someone had a boner for JJ.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have boners for JJK, and they're boners that I don't understand. I understand most boners, but not these.
Not this boner. Best fantasy anime. What the fuck?
Yeah.
How? Oh my God, for real?
Yeah, best fantasy anime is hard to pinpoint, right? Because like, what counts as a fantasy anime and what doesn't?
I guess we're talking about like not set in like a normal world. If it's set in like a fantasy land, right?
Yeah.
Demon Slayer's like set in like old. I guess not even old Japan because it's like all different, but just it's Japan, but not Japan.
Yeah, it's too close to Japan for me to be like, oh yeah, that's a fantasy show. Like this is like Edo era Japan plus demons, and I don't think that makes fantasy because then that just means that like every show is fantasy. Like Jujutsu Kaisen is a fantasy then, right? Like
it's like steampunk Edo Japan.
Kind of. Yeah. I can see that. But like I mean obviously Mashal, you're like, okay, that's
it
that's
should have
something.
been Mashal. It should have been Mashal.
Mashoka Tensei, that's something. Ranking of Kings, that's something, even though the Treasure Chest Church probably shouldn't be up there.
I would have been fine with Rankings of Kings on its own because I hear it's very good. I know you've seen it.
Yeah, man. Ranking of Kings is fantastic. Season 2, not so much, but
I even like
incredible.
I even like when they put Mashal on the nominees. The whole thing's in capital.
Yeah.
There's no. It's just Mashal, magic, and muscles.
Hell yeah.
It should have won. It should have won.
It should have.
It should have won. Best drama. Oh my. Okay, yeah, I could see why that won.
Yeah. The nominees were Attack on Titan, the final season, the final chapter, special one. Heavenly Delusion, My Happy Marriage, Oshinoko, To Your Eternity Season 2, and Vinland Saga Season 2.
I haven't seen anything but Attack on Titan, fucking AOT.
Yeah, I can see how you could skew Attack on Titan to be like a good drama, especially in that last, the last bit. There's a lot of really good
and this is only special one, and that's where like all the drama you're figuring out what's his name is like going off on his own. He's changing his face and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's doing his own thing. That's special. So I could see where the drama comes in for that one.
Yeah, and Vinland Saga Season 2, I hear, probably should have taken this, but that's okay.
Isn't there a scene in Vinland Saga Season 2 where there's a man like chasing a man jerking off on a horse?
I don't know, but that sounds cool. So, maybe that sounds dramatic.
It was tense, let me tell you.
A lot of jerking.
So much jerking. Best slice of life anime. And here we go. We got it first, Bocchi the Rock.
Thank goodness Bocchi got something.
Man, there were some really good ones on this list, though. Bocchi the Rock deserves it because it's really good.
Yeah.
All the art style's really good, especially like when the music's playing and Bocchi herself going off model all the time.
Mm-hmm.
The opening's really good. Everything's really good. Do It Yourself probably could have been more slice of life because it is like by definition just slice of just girls in a do-it-yourself club building stuff. They don't really do much else but that and like find materials, whereas Bocchi the Rock I would say it's more of music genre than slice of life.
Mm-hmm.
So as much as I like Bocchi the Rock winning, I think Do It Yourself could have won because it's more genre specific to slice of life.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I feel like I feel like this was probably not a super difficult category to go through, though. Like, Bocchi the Rock, Skip and Loafer, I hear, good things about. All of these things, like, most of them are, like, romances. I feel like Bocchi has one thing going for it, and that, like, it's not sort of tied up with romance. It's, like, it's more of a slice of life. So I feel like it's probably better than that.
It's more music. It's more on the music side. It is slice of life, kinda. It's just more based on the music genre, and there's like a story. Whereas like Do It Yourself is just them getting a club together and just every day building something, trying to get the club to go, and like I said, getting materials and then building something every episode.
That's fair.
I don't know. But good. I probably would have picked Bocchi the Rock if I saw the nominees because I like Bocchi the Rock. No, I don't know. Skip and Loafer's there, so I would have been conflicted. All in all, I'm happy with the winner for that one.
This next one.
Ooh, okay.
Next one's pretty good. This one is Best Anime Main Character. The nominees being Bocchi, Denji from Chainsaw Man, Eren Yeager, Mob, Monkey D. Luffy, and Thorfinn from Vinland Saga.
I know you would have picked Denji.
I probably actually would have picked Mob.
Really? Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Mob. It feels season 3. Mob wasn't in season 3 that much. It was about Mob, but he didn't have a big part in it.
I feel like I feel like Mob was actually probably the best part of season 3, especially at the end, like reconciling with himself,
Yeah. It was really good. I'm not downplaying Mob Psycho. I love Mob Psycho season 3. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of people kind of didn't, but I really like season 3.
I thought season 3 was maybe the best one. Really good character stuff. I really appreciated the ending. Good animation. I probably would have picked Mob, but the winner was actually our boy Monkey D. Luffy.
Big old Luffy ass. I'm actually happy with that. Luffy went through some shit. The whole year. So
Luffy became the rubber god we all knew that we needed.
The rubber hose cartoon god.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. Oh my god. Okay, I'm looking at it now. Best supporting anime character. I do agree with this.
Oh, I do not agree with this. This is the one that I'm actually very mad about.
Whoa, he got nominated twice.
No, Satoru Gojo and Suguru Geto, 2 different characters.
I read it wrong.
Yeah, like, best supporting character are those 2. Power, great. Hanji, somebody from Oshinoko.
Hanji's great.
And then the obvious and clear winner, Arataka Reagan.
Yeah. Ooh, Reagan. Oh, Reagan's so good. He went through an arc. He
had a whole arc. The whole end was him being like, "Listen, Mom, listen, I've got a bunch of problems too, and it's hard to be cringe, but like, being cringe is just sort of part of being a human. You know what I mean?"
Yeah, he's like, "Listen, I'm an adult, and yeah, I'm having a hard time teaching you when I'm such a shit."
Mm-hmm. And you're like, "Oh God, Reagan! Oh, this is so sincere." And like there is not a better moment, I would say, in most of the anime that came out in 2023 than fucking like Reagan almost not reaching Mob, and then the intro song to the first season comes on, and he fucking gets his ass up and goes after Mob a second time. You're like, ah!
God, it was so good. Now that you're saying it out loud, it should have been Reagan. I like Gojo as a character, but it should have been Reagan.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Shit-ass Jujutsu Kaisen. Fuckers.
What the hell is this? Must protect at all costs anime character.
Yeah, cute little character you gotta make sure is all right all the time.
Okay.
Which, I get it. It's between Anya, Boji from from Ranking of
Ranking
Kings,
of Kings.
but the second season, so I get why they didn't pick him. Somebody from Buddy. The little girl from Buddy Daddies.
No, let her fall down some stairs.
The Mercury girl from Gundam.
Pochita.
And then Pochita. How did you not pick Pochita?
Okay, how are you gonna protect him at all costs? Spoilers. In episode 1,
Episode 1.
He dies.
But he's so cute.
He's cute, but like we already lost the mission before
protect him.
I agree. Anya Forger's really fun. Anya's a real fun character. I like her being a scamp. I like her going around doing shit. Boshi, I could see winning, but it had to be Anya. She's so fucking funny.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get this win. Should have been my boy Chainsaw Dog, but it's fine.
You can't protect him if he's already dead.
How dare you? I could do anything.
I'm spitting facts. I'm sorry. Oh my god, the best anime song is Wrong.
I think it's wrong too, but I'm interested to hear what you think is the best one.
Chainsaw Man, dude.
Yes, Kickback was incredible. I listen to it probably twice a week.
It's on my Spotify list, and every time it comes on, I fucking max out the volume. It is so good.
Yeah, with the fucking bass line.
Dude, that hypes me up every time. Like, because I'm driving and I never see like what's coming up next. I don't have a screen on the thing like you do.
Mm-hmm.
It's on my phone, and my phone's face down, and like a song will end, and then you just like it's silent, and you hear doom 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 doom. And I'm like, fuck yeah,
I'm
like, fuck yeah, it should have been fucking Kickback. I don't care what you say.
I haven't heard any of the other songs, but I know Kickback is better than all of them.
Bocchi the Rock is good, but Kickback, fuck, dude, Kickback was. I'm angry. I'm just moving on.
That's fair. Best anime score. I don't have a lot to say about this.
Me neither. Although I know Attack on Titan used an actual orchestra, so I can see how that one.
Yeah, fair enough. Like Bocchi the Rock, it's kind of sad that it didn't get up there.
They used
same with Oshinoko.
band.
They're both music series. You would think.
Yeah, I know. But like Attack on Titan was like real dramatic with its orchestra and like very fucking coming in like low and then high. It had like its high highs. So I get it.
Best anime opening sequence, again incorrect. These Jujutsu Kaisen cocksuckers. This is the work of a bunch of simps for Gojo. It was Kickback. Kickback was the best one.
It had to be. Did they not see the opening for fucking Chainsaw Man? Fucking oh no!
Maybe they're all idiots. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they're all Jujutsu Kaisen brain dumbasses that are like, you know what I really like about my characters? I really like when they wear sunglasses. That's my favorite part about my characters.
I like how he looks like fucking the Naruto guy, fucking
Kakashi. Yeah, I really liked Kakashi. This is like Kakashi too.
And that's what I really like about him. Fucking
sorry, was this anime opening sequence? Yeah, I don't know. I usually skip them. So I guess just Jujutsu Kaisen. Fucking I'm gonna run you over. I'm gonna run you over with my bicycle.
How dare you? Kickback was right there. Ooh, best are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
There's so many best anime ending sequence. They could have picked. There were 12 different distinct endings to Chainsaw Man. They only put one of them, the wrong one. Pretty good, but the wrong one. And it of course went to Jujutsu Kaisen again.
Oh my god! Are you kidding me? The next one.
Yeah, the next one is best anime vocal artist performance in Japanese. What the fuck did Gojo do in this season? What work did Gojo put in? Like, he was just generic anime cool guy There was one part that was relatively interesting, which is where, spoilers, he basically almost dies, and then he shows up again later and is like high. Like, he is so... His head is so far up his own ass, he's gotten high on his own farts because he's like, I'm the best. I survived that. I can't believe what a huge blunder you've made by letting me live. And that was like a cool speech, but like Aaron Yeager put in some fucking work, dude. Yeah, like switching between like, you know, this is, you know, I'm somber and I'm trying to like hold it together and I've got to put on a brave face and like put on this mask. Like, it was really, really good. Luffy, relatively good. I would have accepted Luffy.
I would have accepted Luffy just for like the fucking work he did when they were going to Onigashima with all the fucking screams and like fights he was doing, with all the fucking gums he was throwing out with Gear 5th.
Yeah.
With how that went. I was seeing the trailer for Gear 5th on YouTube for like 2 or 3 months. And nothing about JJK.
Yeah.
Is how fucking, oh my god.
Even Denji, like Denji's voice actor did so good with his like tongue hanging out of his mouth, like, I'm actually an insane psychopath. Like, you shouldn't be rooting for me, but you have to because I'm the protagonist as voice. It was perfect. What the fuck did Gojo do?
He was sexy.
He showed up and was like, ooh, I've got my sunglasses on. Hold on, let me pull a Kakashi over here.
When I take off my shirt, you can see my cum gutters.
Here's my hollow purple dojutsu.
Close your eyes. I'm gonna do stuff to your butt.
At the very least, we corrected the crime in the best vocal performance in English.
Is Denji. And I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and say I didn't watch any of these in English. Because I'm not a fucking homunculus. I watch in subs like it should be. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna go down a couple of these. So English, Denji. Castilian Spanish, Denji. Latin Spanish, Denji. Amazing, right?
Damn,
fucking Gojo shows up again in Portuguese.
Fuck.
And now here's where things get interesting.
What the fuck?
German goes to Power.
Power.
And now I need to hear German Power. I need to hear Frau Power do her thing.
Oh, dude, I want to hear the Italian Denji.
Yeah, Italian Denji apparently killed it.
Oh shit! What the fuck? Best voice for Arabic is
Senku.
Alfredo for Senku. What the? That is red. I say like Dr. Stone, the one Dr. Stone nominee, and it's for VA. Like, I'm sure he did great, but fuck, Dr. Stone was good last year too.
Yeah.
What the fuck? French got Suguru Geto. No, don't even care. That's it, right? That's all of them.
Yeah.
God, JJ. Look, on the second comment, JJK needs to like stop.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to it rating the future anime awards. Vote fairly. I mean, come on.
To be fair, the most recent comment was, "This is my 10th comment. I was so pressed about these awards. Ha ha ha. Fuck you, JJK."
Oh my god. JJK fans need to get some major help. I really am not looking forward to another weeb-ass MHA fan base to represent the anime community. My D, so right, dude. Oh my, I am so upset. It was just JJK. This guy says Dr. Stone, Moshoku, Tensei, and Hell's Paradise were robbed. Everyone, fuck. So the JJK Awards to rival the My Hero Awards of 2018-2019. Glad to see the fairness and reasons are off the table. I had lost hope when last year's awards had mostly well-chosen anime.
I'm looking down at some of these other comments. Somebody down here said best fantasy should be Frieren. Bitch, it's not up. It's not part of this season, you idiot ass.
That'll be next season.
And then
God.
2 comments down is AOT should have won because Aaron did nothing wrong. Get rumbled, stay humbled. Which is correct. That's the vibe.
God. Damn. No way, Luffy, best MC. No, that guy's fucking full of shit.
This is my favorite part about the internet is going through and being like, oh yeah, you're a dumbass, you're a dumbass, you're a dumbass.
Dude, I'm with this guy. No Dr. Stone nominations? Yeah, that guy, he hit the nail on the head. That show was robbed of nominations. Let's see. A lot of people are like fucking... oh, dude, this guy. Thank you. Zaraki Ode, you got the correct fucking opinion. I think comedy should have gone to Mashal.
Yeah, correct. Red Hussar said, clown show. Normies don't even read the categories. They just put their animes in every single one, disregarding everything else. Yeah.
Man. You know this shit's garbage when they have Nezuko's character as an option for best voice performance when she hardly fucking talks.
Oh my god. Yeah,
that's so true.
I guess at the end, did you watch the Swordsman arc? The Sword Village arc?
I've seen up until fucking the train.
So spoiler for the end of that thing. Like Nezuko doesn't talk at all. Like that she doesn't talk up until the very end where she says like 1 word, 2 words, and it's a big emotional thing. And I think people were just like, I'm so happy that she said a word. We gotta give it to her because she said the word so good.
Yeah, no. Fuck her. Fuck that noise. I'm so mad. JJK fucking swept the awards, and it didn't deserve most of them.
Yeah. I can't.
People are saying that it's gonna sweep next year's awards too, but man, Freeren's right there. And if Freeren doesn't win like more awards than JJK, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
Oh man.
Freeren, dude.
Yeah.
Freeren, unless something else comes out that's significantly better this whole year. They have what, like 5-6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Freeren better win anime of the year. It better not be JJK again, or else I'm gonna fucking lose my shit.
And I'm gonna be real with you. It's probably gonna go to JJK most of the time.
It better fucking not.
Freeren is for sure gonna take Best Fantasy. I don't think there's anything that's gonna get better than Freeren. However, again, this is only Jujutsu Kaisen part 1 of season 2. Part 2 is the part that if you take the anguish of all of the Mappa animators and put it together, it's like 5 or 6 times worse than the nothing happened that Zoro did for Luffy, right? Like,
oh no, wait, fucking, we're in the Egghead arc too.
We are.
Oh my god, no. Oh my god, okay. There's gonna be some really good fights this year. Mm-hmm. There's gonna be a lot of good shit in lore pieces gonna go on.
Yeah.
Oh man, if JJK beats out One Piece or Freeren for anime of the year, I'm gonna fly to Japan and shit in Crunchyroll's mailbox.
Mm-hmm.
Just fucking mark it down.
Yeah.
You hear that, Crunchy?
I think, you know what? Good point. Good point. We got to talk a little bit about Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, I need to get my mood back up.
Yeah, we don't have much time, which is fine because the thing about it is I have only played up till chapter 4, about halfway through chapter 4. And Fee, you're on chapter 6?
Yeah, I think I'm in the middle of 6 right now.
Nice. So there is, I would have to put in, and I still may, I would have to put in some very serious high quality gaming to catch up to you.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's gonna happen. But
wait, what happened to last week that you're gonna surpass me?
the thing is, I was counting on the gaming being so high quality that I would catch up to you by today, and that didn't happen.
I played for 8 hours today. So.
Yeah, I also played for 8 hours today, which is unfortunate.
I've already put in 39 hours into the game, and I'm barely gonna be like halfway through.
From here on out, I'm only going to be able to put in maximum 4 hours a day, which
That's
sucks.
Fine. It sucks, but it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because like I honestly I didn't think you'd be like exploring everything 100%. I thought you would just fucking beeline the story.
Nah, I wanted to do like all the fun stuff, and
all the fun stuff's on the side.
There's the thing is like there's so much stuff on the side, and like I care so much about. Okay, so I care so much about what the characters think about me. So fun fact, in Rebirth, there's like a mechanic in which like you can talk to people and like you can give like different answers to questions. Depending on your answers, they will, say different stuff, right? And sometimes it'll be like, oh, your relationship with this person is deepened, and that's the good shit. And the problem is that, so I like doing a good job, and like I know what I want, right? Like this is the game in which there's the date, right? And the date is so important. And I'm like, I'm still torn. Like, do I want to go with Tifa? Do I want to go with Aerith? I don't know. How do I pick? But the thing is, I want my relationship to be good with them. And so I got to a part where you could talk to everybody and have a conversation. And if you said the right thing, your relationship with them deepened. And I talked to Aerith and was like, like she asked me a question. I answered it correctly. I'll say correctly. It was a very correct thing that I said. And it said, your relationship with Aerith has changed.
Huh?
And it did not say that it had deepened. It just said it changed. And I said, hey, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? Hey, can I go back and redo this? No. The last autosave was from 10 minutes ago.
Yep.
I ain't doing that shit.
That's 10 minutes. I got more time. I'm just saying, I'm gonna choose Tifa, of course. And the date's coming up for me like soon, pretty soon. But because of like my choices and what I've chose, it could be Tifa and it could be Barrett. They're like neck to neck with their feelings towards me.
Yeah.
And I didn't mean it for Barrett. It's just that like I've been choosing like correct for him like every time.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like I keep with Barrett, I'm saying the accurate things. Like if I'm not mistaken, one of the pieces of dialogue, Tifa was like, "Do you remember Emilio? Hey, guess who read the book that told us about Emilio? Me." So I was like, "Yeah, that's the general store kid." And it was like, "Yeah, your relationship with Tifa has changed." And I said, "Bitch, what? What did she really want me to be like? No, I only remember you, because that's a lie, idiot."
That's what I chose.
What was it like? Oh, your relationship with her Tifa? Was she like, oh, Cloud?
Yeah, basically.
Stupid.
She wasn't like, oh, Cloud. She was like, you silly guy. She's like, no, he's like the general store kid. But it was like your relationship is deepened with her because she was like taken aback. She was like, oh.
But it's fucking wrong. Like, I remember the guy. I'm not gonna lie and be like, yeah, I only got eyes for you, baby. Like,
baby.
That's not what relationships are built on, idiots.
I know, but oh man, right now, like, their colors are both purple, which I guess is like a good relationship, like more. So like Barrett and Tifa are like neck to neck. I don't know who I'm gonna. I don't know who's gonna choose me for the date.
Mm-hmm.
If it's Barrett, that's great. I think Barrett's like very attractive and hot in this game. And oh man, I don't know what happened in this game, but he just like he got really hot.
Mm-hmm. He did. Not much has changed about him. It's like the thing is, you said that to me first. You said that to me, and I started playing the game, and the first time that he showed up, I was like, God damn, his chest is just out there, isn't it? Holy shit.
And like every time it's like a close up on his face, I'm like kind of feeling a certain way, right? Like I'm like, Barrett, what are you doing to me? I liked Barrett in the old games. He was one of my favorite characters, and I liked him in remake. But in this game, he is so much better. Not just like attractive, he's like such a good character. He's great, and Tifa's great too. Okay, so this is a crazy thing on Twitter. People are making this big fucking hoopla about Tifa's swimsuit and it being censored or something.
Oh. I haven't seen it yet, so we'll see.
Well, on Twitter, they were like, "Oh, they put like, you know how she's wearing her normal clothes, she has like the black thing over her like boobs, under her." I was seeing screenshots on Twitter of people saying they put that thing under her swimsuit so you can't see like her cleavage. And I got there and I got the swimsuit and I'm like, what are these people talking about? Her fucking titties are up, like full out. like what are they talking about?
Yeah, I also like
the black thing's not even there.
There was an update to Remake where they, I guess, decreased Tifa's boobs for no reason. And so people were like, "Oh, what the fuck is happening? Well, what is Rebirth gonna be like?" And her titties are bigger than ever in Rebirth. So like,
yeah, they're fucking huge.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. I really love this game. Exploring is so fun. The side missions are so fun. Red 13 is fucking. Whenever I'm watching him do stuff in the old game, I forget how goofy he is. And in Rebirth, he's just full on goof in this game.
Mm-hmm.
He's there and he's trying to act serious, and then he always gets taken aback, and he's like, oh, like when you do that side mission in the grasslands with him.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, we gotta find the animal that's eating the livestock.
Oh, yeah,
and he's like, oh man, I can't catch my like the thing. And they're like, well, let's find a chocobo. He's like, oh yeah, they got a good scent. We'll see if he's better than me. I don't think he will be. And then you get on the chocobo and you smell it, and he's like, I can lead him still.
Yeah. Hey, I can still do stuff. I do like that was like, it's an interesting thing for like his character where he's like, yeah, my sense of smell was supposed to be really, really good, but something happened while I was in the lab and now it's all fucked up and I'm feeling kind of bad about it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, but you'll get it back. Don't worry.
Hey, don't worry, buddy. I like Red 13. I like his combat style. The only thing I don't like about him is that he's like strictly for people on the ground. If you got a flying enemy, he's just dog shit.
Yeah.
You can't get him into the air or anything.
Yeah, there's a lot to be desired with flying enemies.
You just got to get Cloud. When you have a flying enemy, it's Cloud, Barrett, or Aerith.
Aerith is a good one. Cloud, it takes me a little bit to get him airborne.
You have to hit the dodge roll and attack. That jumps you into airborne attacks. But if Barrett's in my team, just switch to Barrett. Barrett's fucking strong.
Barrett's great.
Yeah, you're like you build up the ATB fast. First of all, so you're like wailing on him with bullets, and then you put on steel skin so he can't get interrupted. Then you hit on bonus rounds so its attacks are stronger.
Yeah,
and then then you're just fucking wailing on people, and you're just throwing out all these buffs on yourself and everyone else because your ATB is so fucking high. I made Barret out to be my tank. I put the provoke materia on him so that way like people will attack him.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't want to like I can't spoil it. Like I know because you're like, wait, no, you already seen her, right? You already seen Yuffie and Junon.
Yep.
Okay, she's fun to play as.
Yeah, I played her, in Intergrade, and she's pretty good. She's fine.
I never played her in Intergrade, but like I was playing her in this game, and she's really good. She's like fucking fast, and her combat's like very not hectic. It's just it took me a second to like kind of get it, and then I did like the Chadley mission, and then I figured it out. The Chadley tutorial for fighting as a character.
God, so many Chadley things.
Dude, I'm more up to date on my Chadleys.
I'm gonna be real with you. The fact that they were like, "Hey, we know that Chadley has been very divisive. Like, we get it. Some people love Chadley, some people hate him. We're gonna make a second Chadley. We're just gonna give you another Chadley. Her name's Mai,
and Chadley hates her.
And Chadley fucking hates her."
I like Mai more than I do Chadley, but I like their interactions. It's so fucking funny.
Man, okay, so fun fact, there's a very small arc in Sesame Street where Elmo hates someone.
The autistic girl, right?
No, he doesn't hate Julia.
I thought when they first met, he was like really pissed off about her.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of characters they like to use Julia to be like, well, Julia doesn't like me. It's stupid. Julia's an asshole. And they're like, no, Julia's autistic. And they're like, oh, sorry. This is like pure hate, though. Zoe has a pet rock named Rocco. And,
oh, yeah.
And God, Elmo hates that guy. They're like, oh yeah, hold on, Elmo, it's not your turn yet because it's Rocco's turn. Rocco's been waiting, and he's like, Rocco's just a rock. And they're like, oh, Elmo. Like, at no point is Zoe like offended by the way that he's acting. Like, all the adults are like, you have to be nice to Rocco, and Zoe's like, yeah, Rocco's great. Rocco's a cool little rock guy. And fucking Elmo's just like, I fucking hate you, Rocco. That's what I think of when I think of Chadley hating Mai.
It's so true, dude. But I like Chadley. Like, he's fine. He's fucking goofy. In remake, he was like nothing. In Rebirth, he has more of a character. He's funny. I like doing his side missions. I like doing the find the summon stones and sink them. I like finding the Assassin's Creed tower.
Yeah,
to find the things in the area.
Stupid.
I like that you could come upon special enemies for the special enemy fights.
Mm-hmm.
Riding on Chocobo is so great. I don't know if you've done it, but like if you're riding on a Chocobo and you see like rabbits, you can like sniff and then like find hidden items by scouring.
Mm-hmm.
Have you done it?
Oh yeah.
I like doing that. I like the Chocobo missions where like if you find enough things, Chadley's like, we found a spot where you can go and like smell and get some more item crafting stuff.
And you're
for
like,
proto relics. I find it's okay. It's not bad because like I like crafting. I don't craft for myself. I'm like, I gotta save everything because like what if I make too many potions and then I need something. So like I'm only crafting to like earn everything.
I like, yeah, that's basically where I am. Is they've added crafting. Basically, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth at this point has added. They just keep adding things to like remake. Basically, like there's so many different new mini games. There's so many different new like stuff, like different ways that you can play. As far as like techniques that you can do with like in battle, battle is like a little more streamlined. It's pretty similar to the way that it was before, but like it feels better.
It doesn't feel as heavy.
If it doesn't feel as heavy, that's a really good way of putting it. But yeah, it's like, I think everything about this game is great. As far as like the open world stuff goes, there are still parts where you're like riding around in a chocobo and you're like, well, there's fucking not really anything here except for like materials on the ground. But okay.
I kind of just like the landscapes. I find myself just kind of like looking around and finding landscapes.
Same.
Not to mention, I've been I grind a lot. Like I'm like level 29 on all my characters, almost 30.
Damn.
And like no boss has been an obstacle for me.
You just show up and you kick them in the dick and then they die. They explode.
Yeah, unless like they give me like a weird pairing that I'm not used to for like characters, because I know sometimes they split off and you're like, this character went there, now you got this party.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't like that with Barrett and Barrett and Red 13.
Yeah,
because all the enemies were, I mean, manageable. They were just flans. They were just the goops, the jellies.
Yeah.
But man, the goops. I forgot. I don't know what they're called. But everyone feels great to handle on their own. I still am having not hard time, but like leveling up your weapon. I don't know what to do. It just kind of levels up, and I'm like, okay, it leveled up, but how did I do it?
Yeah. What did I do? A technique? I'm sure there's a. I'm sure there's a thing that you could look up to figure it out. But I will say, like, I was going to take a nap today, right? And I was like, you know what? I really like the music that plays whenever you go to a life spring. Yeah. So I'm just going to go to a life spring, and then I'm just going to take a nap on the couch and listen to the song. And then I thought about it and was like, oh, well, I've got 2 hours to take this nap, and I'm not going to be able to take a 2-hour nap on the couch. So I'm just going to do it. In the bedroom, so it's fine. So I get in there and I'm like, okay, let me just Google the song then. I'm like, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth space, and then it's like spoiler, and I'm like, I don't know that any of these are true. I don't know that any of these are real.
I didn't see this. You should have just asked me. I would have linked you to the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth materia spring.
Like the
song.
I looked for it on YouTube. Nobody has uploaded it, I guess.
That's so weird. You don't have Spotify, right?
I do have Spotify, and it's also not on Spotify. They have Remake is on Spotify, but the song is not.
The Rebirth OST is not on there. No. That's fair, because I was watching Donkey today, and he's like, they put a new song for everything. Like every time you get into a battle, it's a song. But sometimes it's a different song. You go into a new area, it's a new song. The cities have their own song. The boss battles get remixed. Chadley fucking battles are different songs. Look, there's new songs for everything, and there's remixes of everything, and you hear like a new song all the time.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite songs is like one of the Yuffie remix for her songs. The Chocobo Ranch song is so good.
Chocobo Ranch is pretty good. The Life Spring song is my favorite one. The Calm song, yeah,
it's just Kingdom Hearts.
It's just Kingdom Hearts. It's just like being in Traverse Town. It's crazy.
And it kind of reminds me of Traverse Town, right?
Yeah. Traverse Town or Twilight Town, and like there was a point at which like my wife was sitting next to me, and I just like stopped in the middle of Calm, and was like, hey. Wouldn't this be great to just like live here? You know, like it's like a walkable city where there's no cars or anything. You could just like walk to all your places, and there's a bunch of stairs and trees and water and shit.
And a clock tower, and there's yoga in the pavilion.
Yeah, there's people just doing yoga for no reason. There's one bar.
Yeah, and then one day you can just be like, you know what? I'm gonna go sit at a public table and set up my Queen's Blood fucking board, and fucking all comers just come and fucking Queen's Blood me.
Yeah, dude. Like there was I think probably one of my favorite moments was I get up and I start walking, and somebody's like, "This is the best coffee you'll ever taste." And I look, and there's just like a coffee stand that somebody has. And I look over to my left, and there's like a small grassy area that's like in front of a cafe that has like some tables on that's overlooking the entire pavilion. I was like, I would pay so much money to live there.
Just let me in.
Why can't it be
me? I feel like it would be great to live in the Final Fantasy VII world now that it's fleshed out and you see it like more open.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be great to inhabit that world after Shinra has been dealt with, because like you go into town and Shinra, you're doing stuff, and then Shinra like flies into helicopters and raids the village.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck?
Hey! Why are you ruining this?
I would love to have just a little cottage in Final Fantasy VII and be like, I'm gonna walk over to Kobe's. Hey, Kobe, you wanna get on Chocobo and, I don't know, go up these mountains?
Yes.
Bring your weapon. Let's fucking just in case. Bring your weapon just in case a fiend pops out.
God, like the amount that I would pay to live there, unfathomable. It's just.
I know. I'd do anything. I'd be like, hey, Colby, grab your family. We're going to Gold Sasa.
Oh, the land of sin.
Yeah, it is, baby. Let's go get a fortune from Mog and let's go play the snowboarding game. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's in this game yet. I haven't been there.
Yeah, nobody's fixed the glitch where you could just get infinite GP. So let's get in there.
Yeah, let's stay in the haunted house hotel. I want to go talk to my good friend Hangman.
Hell yeah. Hangman's my boy.
God. I think that's all. Colby's not finished with the game. I'm on chapter 6. I'm probably going to play some more after the podcast. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll get me a Bob. We'll see.
Who knows?
I'm definitely going to play some more. I think what put me further than you more was I was working night shift for the last 3 days. And every day after work, I would come home and play for 3 hours before I go to sleep.
Yeah.
So
that'd do it. I'm like, my schedule is going to be like, I may get a couple of hours in during the workday if things aren't busy, but more than likely it'll be after my son is asleep. I'll be in the living room playing it. But like, gonna be rough. Gonna be a rough time out there.
Yeah. Also, we're at the end of the episode, so I want Kobe to tell us where you can find us. But before you do that, I want to tell everyone a heads up. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe our YouTube channel, because we're gonna put out a special episode. And I've been talking to Kobe, maybe doing some more like non-podcast, non-live stream stuff to put on the channel.
Yeah.
And we're gonna record a first class meal, what's it called? Review that Kobe had when he went to his grandmother's funeral. He flew first class.
I flew first class. I'm gonna tell you all about it.
We're gonna tell you all about it.
We're gonna you're not gonna be sad about the fact that my grandma's dead. You'll just be excited about the fact that I'm on the first class plane. It'd be great.
But you'll be sad at the food, maybe.
Maybe. We'll see.
We'll see. So just keep tuned in. Well, that'll probably be out next week, but go ahead and do that. I'm gonna see if we could do more non-pod, non-live stuff, so to tide people over.
Yeah.
But
in the meantime, as far as the podcast goes, you can you can listen to the podcast. It comes out every Wednesday at 5 a.m. Pacific time. That way you've got it on your drive to work. But if you can catch it later on. There'll be a video replay that's going to be coming on YouTube at noon Pacific time. That way, listen to it on YouTube. But if the audio version is on every podcatcher, so that's, I don't know, maybe better. But if you want to listen to it early, that's the real shit. Now you got to join us on twitch.tv/GoGetUsPod. That's where you're going to be there. Yeah, well, you'll get it about a week early. Mm-hmm. You'll be listening to it live while we do this. We go live anywhere between 0 and 2 times a week. And if you want some like short little little nuggets to chew on, then we got shorts coming out for you every week. So check us out at youtube.com/@GoGetUsPodcast, and check us out on TikTok. So Fee, tell them what they can do.
Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go get a PS5 and play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and watch Chainsaw Man. That's it. Go get them.
Wow. Okay, go get them. That's just short, straight to the point. Let's play video games, watch animes, or should we be eating anything while we do this? Or
oh yeah. Eat quesadillas.
Okay. All right. Just eat some quesadillas. Sure. I chose to eat cookies. I've eaten, I think, half of my diet since I picked up Final Fantasy VII Rebirth has been cookies. Quesadillas, that's fine too.
You know what? That's a good point. I've I think I had 7. When did the game come out? 29th, right?
Yes.
We're the 6th. I think out of all 6 days that I've played Final Fantasy VII, I've eaten spaghetti on 2. So I guess eat spaghetti.
Oh yeah, eat some spaghetti. Why not? You know.
Listen, I know it was short and sweet, but that's just because. Like Final Fantasy VII, if you haven't played Remake, play Remake, and then play Rebirth if you're a fan of Final Fantasy VII. And if you're not, play it anyway because it's such a fun game.
Yeah, and you won't. You're scared.
And I watch Chainsaw Man because Jujutsu Kaisen can eat my ass. Is that Jujutsu Kaisen eating my ass?
Yeah, that's Gojo himself getting deep in there, he's hollowing out your purple. So fucking stupid.
He's fucking laying waste to my brown, more like it.
Oh God, no! Bye. Too
Later,
much. Bye.